Hi, my name is Diana Cabe, and I'm here today to present my request for a health science classroom. I believe that CTE is the foundation of what our community and society is based on, and I am particularly passionate about expanding the quantity and quality of our healthcare CTE courses at Franklin High School. Now we'll switch for my presentation. Okay, so this is my health science classroom proposal. Health science is a diverse field, and each specific area has its distinct differences in educational needs, but the basis for all is very similar, and this design is both functional, expandable, and also physically responsible. What you see here is my proposed plan for a very functional classroom space. This space is a 40 by 40 area for a total of 1,600 square feet. This does put us on the lower end of the 1,400 to 2,500 square feet of space that's usually recommended for health science classes, but our enrollment from our student population size does tend to range around 12 to 14 students. This plan is currently arranged to accommodate 16 students and can easily and very inexpensively be expanded by adding another row of tables and chairs to accommodate 8 more students. By utilizing this plan, this layout can also be integrated into our existing building footprint or a remodel or new construction, as most of our structures are designed on a slightly smaller scale. As we follow the flow of traffic into this classroom, here at the entrance, we have large double doors. This will allow not just normal student traffic to flow smoothly in and out, but to also allow easy access for equipment items such as the use of an EMS stretcher or a hospital bed or other larger pieces of equipment to allow and facilitate easier movement in and out of the room for that. So students enter here. When they come in, here is an information table here. It's either for them to drop off items or pick up items, turn in work, pick up work where they have missed from being absent, or whether it's just some kind of informational items. This table also has a sign in and sign out sheet that each student must complete when they exit and upon re-entry to the room during normal class time hours. So for instance, if a student asks to be excused to go to the restroom, they have to sign their name out, what time they left, where their location is, their intended target to visit, whether it's the restroom, the office, the guidance counselor, anything like that. And then once they enter back into the room, they have to sign in what time that they returned. This is just a kind of a safety feature and another level for me to be able to keep track of exactly where my students are and where they should be in the event of an emergency. So this information table actually sits here by the teacher desk and chair here. I think it also allows me to effectively communicate with the students more when they enter the classroom every day, greet them whenever they are exiting the classroom every day, questions, comments, concerns, or to send them out with a well wish. I think that is important in helping me build rapport with students as well. If you'll see here, this area around these tables, between the walls and in between the first set of tables and the second set of tables with the chair positioning allows for 4 feet of clearance. That's to keep it ADA compliant. The projection area is at the front of the classroom so that all of the seating is facing the projection area. So it allows for good visibility, and there's really not a way with this table setup that a student can migrate too far to the back of the class, so that hopefully they're a little bit closer to the board and closer with their peers so we can keep them engaged. The chairs are of semi-plush seating, but with impervious surfaces to allow easy cleaning. And the tables have a smooth top to allow for use of easy writing on them and easy cleaning and decontamination. Most of my health science classes require me to demonstrate certain procedures or techniques, and the demonstration table up here at the front is designed just for that purpose. So like say, for example, if I'm demonstrating a splinting technique or an aseptic technique on a simulator arm device, this table allows me to be able to put the equipment on the table so that it's at close to eye level for the students. They can visualize everything and hopefully not have any obstructions in their view. And then it allows me to be in the front showing them and explaining to them exactly the skill that we're doing and why and how the skill is completed in such a manner that it is. So if you'll go back here and follow me to the back part of this, I have this labeled the skills area. This is an area of the room that has this pretty significant open floor space. We can group students together there so we can do practical exercises, patient assessments. We can work with the EMS stretcher for lifting, moving, and transferring patients. When we do CPR or the use of full adult mannequins, this provides adequate space for that as well. This is also the area that can add an extra table and chairs if we needed to expand our seating area if our numbers are greater than what it's currently allotted for. So the last significant area is this back area here. It's the storage area. And notice it is actually closed off and completely out of view from the students and the rest of the classroom. That is, it's a pretty large, supposedly like closet space, but any CTE class needs significant storage. I mean, we're bringing in equipment and all different kinds of use of aids and different things that we need that we're bringing into our students to provide them with this hands-on real life clinical experience to say. And we all have lots of equipment, but nobody really ever has enough storage space. So that would allow this and facilitate easy access into here with a wide door. Also, we do learn the use of a oxygen regulator and setup system and have to appropriately choose a oxygen delivery device and have it supplied with oxygen. So another concern is to have them stored. They have to be like kept under lock and key, except for when in use under the direct supervision of the instructor. And this would allow for that to be locked and secured in here. Now, this area over here is a bookshelf that can line the walls and not take up too much floor covering space for some of the smaller items and supplies that need to be stored for class. I did not actually go into specifically for lighting and electrical outlets, but we do need plenty, and we should plan for sufficient electrical outlets, especially near the front and the rear of the classroom, and then add in about 20% more of what we currently think we need, because I don't think you can ever have enough, and especially if you're thinking about future use in mind. I also did not specifically cover anything about the floor or wall treatments. Neutral colors, I think, seem to make the space more inviting and comfortable and less institutionalized. The floor covering, which will probably be some sort of tile product, should be a scratch and scuff resistant, but also be able to be cleaned and decontaminated as well. Along this very back station here, we have this cleaning station. So we have a little bit of countertop with some storage space, storage space up under it. And then we also have this cleaning station, which has a large basin type sink to be able to wash equipment and supplies, and as for teaching hand washing instructions as well. So there you have my design for my proposed perfect CTE healthcare classroom. Again, we'll go into some of the equipment. You can see how big and bulky a stretcher would be. These are strictly only CPR mannequins, which need to be stored. There are a lot of simulator mannequins out there on the market. A lot of CTE programs have some. However, we currently do not have any in our system right now. That's one thing that would require a considerable amount of space because they would need a secure bed more than just an EMS cot. Our current funding does not allow for that to be made in this budget process, but in the hopes, again, looking into the future, in the hopes that we could find funding for that or look into some kind of grants at some point in time, that would be another issue as far as a large ticket item and a large item that would need to be stored and secured. So here is a list of just the most basic equipment needs. The stretcher, the EMS stretcher, is the most expensive thing on here. But if we were to get some simulation mannequin trainers, then that would drastically be more than that. And the software to be able to utilize all the applications that you can for the simulation mannequins. So these are other things that are needed, and some of the smaller type items, PPE equipment, blood pressure cuffs, and stethoscopes. Those are things that could be put on that back shelf that line the wall. Some of the smaller items that would actually need storage too. So for my next slide, I've got here the total is $11,149, but actually I would recommend budgeting $12,000, which would give us about a 7% contingency fund to work off of. This is just the basic stuff, but in the event that these things were not completely purchased, or there was a price increase, or we saw that we needed to add something, then again, that just gives us a little bit of leeway there to be covered. I do have that's it. So my recommendation for a specifically simple design CTE classroom that it can be adaptable for future use and for different various uses now is what you see here. I'll be glad to take any questions. You may email me or reach out to me through the announcements in our As You Learn platform for this course. Thank you.